Sup guys, gonna be going over the new update today, mostly about the Gear Lab, but also Arizona meta. To start off, we've got the new Rainbow AA gun, which unfortunately does not buff your damage stats like the Stag or 134mm AA guns, but at least it's a very good AA gun. Because of its high damage, fast fire rate, and pretty decent range, it's pretty much the best AA gun, and you can't really go wrong with putting this on all of your AA slots. The only time that you would use another AA gun for specifically AA purposes is if you have one AA carries and then a bunch of accelerators, then you can put the sextuple Bofors on your AA carry. And when I say accelerators, this gun is actually fast enough to be an accelerator itself, so the best setup if you had a lot of AA slots in your fleet would be sextuple Bofors on your AA carry and then this new Rainbow AA in all of your other slots. The fewer total number of AA guns you have in your fleet though, the better this is compared to the sextuple Bofors because it doesn't drag down your range and fire rate as much. Here's Cheshire in Chapter 13 with only the Rainbow AA gun plus 13 and one AA radar, just clearing out all of the planes by herself. Vanguard is using the new long range type AA gun, so she's not really helping much. Next up is the new Destroyer gun. It has really high damage but really slow reload, making it ideal as a battleship secondary gun. But since it's so slow, it's pretty much unusable as a Vanguard main gun because you will only get half the barrages you would with any other gun. This directly power creeps the Harbin gun we just got in PR5 as a battleship secondary option, adding the Harbin gun to the long list of useless equipments in PR5. Next up is the new Pancake Fighter, which is just a slower version of the Tiger Cat with better AA. And then we've got the new HMS CA gun, which on paper seems like it's the best option against light, but due to its bat pattern as well as low shell velocity, I doubt that it's better than the Drake gun or the Algeri gun against light armor enemies. And now we're on to the long range AA guns. As you can see, their damage is quite high but the reload is quite low, which is traditionally not something that you want on your battleships in terms of AA guns. I made a plus 13 134mm long range AA and put it on Vanguard since she actually has high AA, and it gives 15 FP just like the regular 134, but it probably doesn't drag down your AA circle as much as the regular 134. Here's a clip of it in action, and as you can see, it locks onto the enemy planes from pretty far away, but it only fires once before they leave the range. The KM Miss one is the fastest, so maybe it can get off another wave before the planes leave its range, but I'm not sure if the guns are independent or the reload is averaged across all of your long range AA guns. That will need more testing, but for now it doesn't really seem too promising. You're probably better off just sticking to Stag for the accuracy and to improve your AA circle, but if you want some FP on your main fleet then you can consider the 134. Although as I showed you earlier, Cheshire with the Rainbow AA can pretty much take care of all planes without any help, so it's probably a waste of time to think too hard about AA min-maxing in general. And side note, they also added the 457 to the Gear Lab, and it takes the useless top secret mat, so you're probably safe to make as many as you wish. And lastly, we have Arizona meta. Her first skill makes a field around her that slows enemies by quite a bit, but since it's around her, it only affects ships that are going to ram into your main fleet. Her second skill basically makes it so that if you're in Unicorn for example, every time she launches an airstrike and heals your Vanguard, Arizona will also heal herself for 5% and fire a barrage. And if one of your ships are under 30% HP, when she fires the barrage, she'll also make the slowing field that's around her in the actual battlefield. This effect would be really good in boss fights, but realistically, you won't be using her in a boss fight because you need to run her with a healer to proc it reliably. Overall, she's really good at taking care of suicide ships and is quite tanky through her healing, so she'll probably be pretty good in Chapter 14, but not too impressive anywhere else, due to lack of damage and general utility. Anyway, that's pretty much everything for this update. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.